Hello everyone and welcome to the ShoddyCast channel. TK here, and as promised I am here to show you my current Ellie build that I've been using in structured PvP. I'm pretty comfortable with it now. I'm thinking it's working pretty well. It's a very Signet heavy build. As you'll see, it makes much more sense when you look at the traits as to why I did select those. So let's go ahead and go into the trait system first. Alright, so we're pretty heavy into fire, which of course gives us power and increased condition duration, which will come in handy. For the major traits, I went with burning fire, mainly to buff up my Signet of Fire, which will now increase burning from 9 seconds to 12 seconds. Actually a little bit longer because of some of the other sigils I have. Alright, and then I have Fire's Embrace, which this is like one of the main traits for this build, and that is whenever I activate a Signet, I gain a fire shield for 3 seconds, which is considered an aura. And auras are good because through the other traits I will receive buffs for any aura that I receive or give to another player. Alright, so into air magic, you will see Zephyr's Boom, which again, whenever I get an aura on me, I will gain Fury and Swiftness. And I believe it's a 5-second buff. I'm pretty sure that's how long it is. So yeah, every time I hit a Signet, I get that aura from Fire Shield, and then I'll also get Fury and Swiftness. And into Earth Magic, which gives me some toughness and more condition damage. Again, very good for Elementalists. First trait I'm into is Signet Mastery, which, you know, very obvious why to get that. That reduces my Signets by 20%. Then I have Elemental Shielding, which another buff. I gain protection for 3 seconds whenever I get an aura. So again, every time I hit a Signet, I gain the Fire Shield aura, which will then give me Fury, Swiftness, and now protection. And then Written in Stone, maintain my passive effects of Signets whenever I activate them. So I do not have to worry about having to time when I use my Signets. I use them when I need them, and I'll still gain that passive buff from those. And then down in Arcana, I get Elemental Attunement, which just whenever I switch my attunements, I get another buff from that. Down into the minor traits, well, if you're not familiar with those, you can just go onto the wiki or whatnot to look at those. Alright, now for the gear, I originally was going with the superior runes of the Elementalist, but I felt that I needed some more protection, so I went ahead and switched over to the superior runes of Earth, which gives me toughness. It also increases my protection duration by 20%. And also a nice little buff is whenever my health reaches 20%, I will gain Magnetic Aura for 5 seconds, which again, that is an aura, so I will gain the Fury, Swiftness, and Protection as well as reflecting any projectiles that are flung at me. So it's a very useful trait, and that's why I switched to that. But to balance out the loss in power, I went ahead and kept the Carrion Amulet. I was considering using what is it, the soldier one? Or no, the rabbit one for the extra toughness, but I decided to go back to the power and vitality. And then for my sigils, I went ahead with the smoldering sigil for the increased burning duration, and then just for a little added AoE damage, I gain a 30% chance on a critical to trigger my Flame Blast. Alright, so the rest of the build is pretty much your standard Scepter Dagger Elementalist. You can be a pretty big nuisance at times if you want to be. As I will show, you can go ahead and I like to start out in air most of the time, so you can use your Ride the Lightning and then go ahead and knock them down with Updraft, which again is a nice nuisance skill, and then you can go ahead and blind them. And then I usually switch over to Earth. I can hit them with the Earthquake, hit Rock Barrier for that added protection, and then blind them again with Dust Devil. And then I switch on over into fire. Oh, and I kind of forgot to mention, you should keep Signet of Fire on them all the time. Alright, and then you can lock them down with Signet of Earth, which then allows you to hit them with a Dragon Tooth. I like to hit fire, what is that, Fire Ring? Ring of Fire, and then hit them with the Phoenix. Of course, talking like that, trying to explain the build, I am getting my ass whooped, but I still got the Necro down. But yeah, that's the basic skill rotation I try to get down, but you know, things happen. You're not gonna get that rotation down every time. Let's go ahead and see. Oh god, let's go after this thief. I hate fighting this thief. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my elite, which is just the usual glyph of elementals. You're used to that. Hit him with the updraft. Of course, it missed. Blind him. Switch over into earth. Earthquake, rock barrier, blind that bitch, go over into fire, Dragon Tooth, keep that bitch locked down, Ring of Fire, Phoenix. While they're on fire, hit them with that fire grab. That's a big burst of damage, 2,000 damage when they're on fire, so that's not bad. I didn't even have to use my healing skill, so that was pretty cool. Let's go ahead and see this annoying knockdown warrior, see what we do to him. Of course, whenever I switch my attunements, I automatically start attacking, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. Let's see what goes on here. Alright. Knock him down before he knocks me down. I'm going to blind him. And then guess what, guy? I'm going to blind you, hit my rock barrier, or knock your ass down again. Boom! Come on, guy. Ooh, knocking me down now. Oh. Set his ass on fire again. See if I can get him with a Dragon Tooth. Probably not. Go ahead and set him on fire. And yep, he's down. So yeah, it's pretty damaging, but it also adds protection with my auras that I get whenever I go into my signets. And then of course I get my magnetic aura if my health does go down into 20%. So that's always nice. But yeah, it's going to be a fun build to use in PvP. Maybe next week, hopefully next week, I will have the rating for this build along with some footage of my endeavors into structured PvP. But until then, this has been TK for ShoddyCast, and I will catch you later.